Is hunger hiker a real thing, Joe?
No.
He's starving. He's making himself a sandwich. We've just been to the supermarket. Isn't the chicken he was looking for, but it's protein. And that protein's a win, right?
Yeah.
Look at that. I'm not taking photos of you eating because no one needs to see that, but that's a mighty fine sandwich. Now it's time, I think, to watch television, isn't it? Oh, corn chips and salsa. I am sitting beside an Australian, but that's okay. And I'm just zooming in on the margaritas. Fantastic. Eating. Charge, look at your breakfast. What do you got there?
Grapes, watermelon, pineapple, banana, blackberries, raspberries, blueberries.
Oh, it doesn't get any better than that, does it?
All fresh.
And coffee.
Yeah, thanks.
Yum yum. There wasn't a lot of filming done yesterday. Probably not a lot of filming done today either, because these are our 2 0 days. So yesterday, Joe did get his board meeting done. This morning, Sloth has a meeting on the phone, and Joe and I are going to head to the library and the post office because I'm trying to print a document, sign it, scan it, and send it back to New Zealand. And I've been trying to do that for 2 weeks. And it's kind of complicated when you're out in the woods finding someone with a printer and a scanner and internet access. So we're going to try that this morning. Charge and I also, Charge Joe, are going to do a bit of a gap analysis later in our food bags and do a resupply for the next few days. Tomorrow we're slack packing, so we'll need some snacks. And we're just starting the conversation about what is our final point going to be this year. So we'll swing over to Charge at some stage and he can talk about that. But we're starting to think about logistics because we fly in about 12 days. So we're anticipating we've probably got another week's walking, then some getting off, a bit of R&R, and then a big long flight back to New Zealand. So I'll do a little bit of filming today, but these 0 days are all about resting, eating, and watching telly, it appears. So Charge and I have left the house. It's actually stopped raining, and in fact it's mild, and we are going to head
downtown.
So the post office, it says, is 0.5 away, and hikers tread a path to the post office because they often mail themselves stuff, but we're looking for somewhere with a printer and a scanner. I'll keep you updated.
Bridget, flash.
Charge.
What are those things there across the road? Hi. Green.
When's the last time you saw a traffic light?
They don't have them in the woods.
No, oh my goodness. Actually, I hadn't realised that there was a township down here.
But we came around over the mountain.
Yeah. So we would have maybe some footage a few days ago seen, we came in and it was sort of residential. But this is the post office, mercantile. I think there's a library in here somewhere. So we are going to poke around and see if we can find a printer and a scanner and get my stuff done. There also seem to be chiropractic offices everywhere. I think that's a result of people end up here broken and they try and put them back together again. Oh, trail hiking supplies. That looks promising. Charge and I've just been to the post office and had a chat with Tina, and I explained what I'm trying to do, basically print, sign, scan. She doesn't do it, but she called Miss Marion at the newspaper, the local newspaper, and asked Miss Marion if they did that. And we're off to see Miss Marion at the Virginia Leader now because we're going to try and sort something out. So it's just another example of how helpful people are if you just use the name on their name tags and speak to people politely, people are always so willing to help out. So let's see how we go. This is a pretty little town here.
Yeah.
Just left the Virginian leader. Met a wonderful woman called Miss Marion, who's lived in this part of Virginia her whole life. Turned 70 next week. It was her 49th wedding anniversary yesterday, but sadly lost her husband 7 years ago, far too early. So we had a really great chat. What a lovely lady. But Stephen from the sports desk, who's Scottish, thought I was Australian, but I let him off because he was helping me, has scanned my document, printed my document, I signed it, we've scanned it, and he's emailed it back to me. So there you go. How about that? I've just met some lovely, lovely, lovely people, and they've helped me out and solved my printing signing conundrum. So thank you very much, Tina at the post office, Miss Marion and Stephen at the Virginian leader. I really, really appreciate it. $17.94. Wow. There he is. It's that time where we start thinking about what we've got in our food bags and what we need to buy. So Charge and I have just emptied our food bags out. He's cleaning stuff in the kitchen at the moment. So we're looking at what we've got and just making sure that we don't go to the supermarket and buy stuff that we don't need, because we've got quite a lot of food there. So we need to be really specific about what we're going to load up on. And sure enough, we come into the kitchen. Charge is cleaning our pots and our cups and the water filters. The thing about the water filters is it's not just the plastic bags. He backwashes the actual filter to get the goo out of the filter so that they will filter for just one more week before they give up the ghost. All right, so we've been to the supermarket and everybody's bought their food. We've got food for 3.5 days, and also because we're slack packing tomorrow, we're just thinking about the food that we need for tomorrow. You know, all these numbers and days that we need to count, but it makes, once we've done it, it makes life easy. We are going to go and get ourselves some lunch and one more meal for the trail. So we're going to go to the Outfitters. Sloth is going to go to the post office, and we're all going to go to the Italian pizza shop because apparently they do subs, and we're going to check them out because that is an option to take with us when we leave here on Sunday for lunch. So another wander down to Pearisburg and just keeping moving. I'm drying out blisters on my feet, and we need to move before we assume the position in front of the telly this afternoon and watch more Suits. Because we've been really enjoying that, and it's been lots of fun. So onward, onward ho! Oh my goodness me, that was just thunder. We're now on our way down to the Mexican restaurant. I'm not sure if I'm even vaguely hungry. because I've been eating all afternoon, but we do have a 22-mile walk in the morning, so common sense would suggest that we need to go and eat something before we leave at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning to get dropped at the trailhead. Weather forecast for tomorrow is looking good. That's a relief. So, I don't know, a quick snack at the Mexican restaurant and hopefully home before we get soaking wet. Tragically, every time we leave the house, that kind of thing seems to happen. So there are ominous black clouds in the sky. So I'm still drying clothes from when we got soaking wet at lunchtime. Let's see what happens this time. Ooh, shrimp fajita. That's a good sign, surely. The forecast for tomorrow is okay, but we adjust, and I'm going to try and not get run over, because you know I'm challenged by working out which direction the cars come from. We're just going to get something for Sloth for his foot, because when we were walking into Petersburg the day before yesterday, something bit him on the foot. I'm not sure it was a hornet or a bee or something, and his foot's just a little bit puffy. So we're going to get some kind of antihistamine thing just to kind of address that. And then tomorrow morning at 7 AM, we'll be meeting our shuttle and yeah, heading out to slack pack our 22 miles, and really looking forward to it. Forecast is patchy, but we're not going to melt. We've been wet many, many times on this trip, and we're all a bit excited about getting back out there. We just had fajitas and a margarita. That was delicious. But at the very least, we need to get out there and walk at least 22 miles to walk off all the food that we've been eating for the last 2 or 3 days.
So here I am, trying to relax, and I have these 2 black and white minstrels turn up.
We're detoxifying our skin.
Yeah, I gotta have a detoxed face to do my slack pack tomorrow.
Yeah.
You guys are putting the shame into hiker trash on the AT. It is embarrassing to actually be part of a tramley with the village idiots.
But with good skin.
You're just jealous.
I can assure you that I am not jealous whatsoever.
You will be when my skin is glowing tomorrow.
It'll be full of mud, wet, and sweat and crap within a half an hour as we start up the first hill.
It will be.
Harold got a job into the front. Look, Rachel.
Found out.
I just want you to.
To that moment where our hearts need a conversation.
6:56, and we're in the shuttle. We're just waiting for maybe 1 or 2 other people, and then we're heading to the trailhead to start our 22-mile stroll for the day. There she is. 7:51. Was it 41? 7:41. And we're back on trail after 2 kind of leisurely days. Well, very leisurely days. We ate and watched television, pretty much. That's a quick summary. So we've got 22 miles, maybe 23 miles. Just got dropped off at Cherokee Flats. And we're slack packing today. So Charge currently has 2 raincoats and a packed lunch for both of us and some water. And Sloth, pretty much the same. Sloth made us egg sandwiches today, so that's pretty exciting, having a homemade lunch. We'll check in with Charge and Sloth later, but meanwhile, I'm just going to remind myself what it's like to walk, and soon what it's like to walk up a hill. 2 hours in, and we've done over 6 miles, clocking along at a good speed. It's very much like this morning. We've climbed to the top of a mountain, and now it's just steamy and cloudy and moody. I think all up we've got just over 24 miles today. I thought it was 22, but the nice driver this morning drove us an extra bit so we could smash out 24 miles. Should take us somewhere between 8 and 9 hours. And it's actually quite pleasant out here. Legs feel good, and walking without a big backpack makes a big difference. Our first little peak of civilization. We've popped out the top. It's all been trees and mist up to now, but apparently down there it's West Virginia. We've seen West Virginia when we walked to Harper's Ferry, but we won't see West Virginia again until next year. But it's nice to see you, albeit briefly. Good morning, Charge.
Hello, Flash. 11 o'clock.
It is 11 o'clock. How's your morning going?
Oh, not bad. 9.65 miles. Uphill, rocks, in the mist, forest.
Getting it done though.
Yes, 3 hours and 25 minutes to do 9.65 miles. Not bad. 2.9 mile pace. Would be faster, but I'm hiking with some old people.
That would be me.
Oh, is it? Oh.
You know, we might go even faster after we've had the egg salad-filled rolls that Sloth's made us for lunch.
Yes, but it's not lunchtime yet.
No.
Another couple of hours walking, then we'll stop for lunch.
I know. So there is some confusion as to whether we're doing 22 or 24, isn't there?
Yeah. The driver said he was taking us a little bit further and it was going to be 24.2. But then the far out app is making it look like it's 22.
Oh, not just 22.
Oh no!
That's a short walk, isn't it?
Yeah. Far too short for Sunday.
Oh.
Saturday, whatever day of the week.
It's Saturday, apparently.
We're going to be falling short of a marathon, and I'm disappointed with that.
That's okay, we can do one tomorrow.
Yeah, but the signs could be wrong. So we'll wait till we get to Petersburg Cemetery, and we'll know exactly how long it is.
We will, and that's when we phone the shuttle driver.
We've got to phone him before we drop down.
Okay.
Otherwise we won't have a signal.
And then he'll come and pick us up.
Correct.
Yay!
Otherwise we've got to walk 1.5 miles up a hill.
Oh no, we've done that before, and that's the
packs.
definition of insanity, isn't it?
Definitely.
Okay. Just after 1:45, and we've done over 14.5 miles. I've decided that we're going to have lunch at the shelter and maybe use the facilities. There's also some big black clouds coming in, so we'll assess what's going on there. We haven't got too far left to go. I think we've got about, I don't know, 7.5 miles. So we're smashing it out. And we deserve a bit of a sit down in this dinky little shelter. You're looking fresh today, Sloth.
Oh, 2 days off will do that to you.
And probably that face mask last night.
Ooh, gosh, that felt so nice. My skin is feeling very supple, nice and soft, well detoxed.
Now, you know, there are days on the trail where you just look out at the view and go, oh my God, this is magnificent. All those days where it's just really physically challenging and you're just pushing yourself really hard to get up a really big mountain. Today's not one of those, is it?
Today's neither of those, yeah. It's been, I mean, the views have been nice, but that's because I like looking at clouds.
Yeah.
But these ones are a little gnarly.
Yeah, it'd be good just to smash. This is one of those let's just get it done days, isn't it?
Yep, smash through.
And it's time to eat our egg salad sandwiches.
Yes.
Thank you for those,
Oh,
incidentally.
of course. Yeah, it's going to be good.
West Virginia. It's that country, take me home country road song. It looks beautiful, but the cloud looks ominous. Minutes away from the end of today's walk. It's kind of weird. You come out of the woods and I don't know, that's some kind of chemical plant or something. Up over a bridge, I imagine it's a big road that we've got to go over. So it's kind of weird. It's just jarring, you know, you go from one extreme to another. Today has been a funny day. It's on the upside, we've got 22 miles done, and that's great. Also, it hasn't rained, so that's a super bonus. The fact it didn't rain, because we thought it might. Not my favourite walk. Rocks and meadows with long grass and ticks and yeah, no views much, but it's done now, and tomorrow we can get cracking, head back out in the woods really for our last week on the trail. Back from our little hike. Yep, and we're no longer in the little house, but we're now in the, I think it's called the Relax Shack. So we've moved to the Relax Shack for at least one night, possibly two,
Maybe three.
maybe three. And what we've got going on in here, we've got bunks and towels and hooks and things. We've got a bed, queen size bed that can pull out, a fridge, air conditioning, but not most importantly, but certainly something that is we've got addicted to is we've got a TV and we can carry on watching Suits. We're only up to series 2, episode 14, and there's hours and hours more of Suits entertainment. So we're 8 seasons. We could stay here for like months. Fantastic.